familia, my name is Jessica Avellaneda. I am a junior major in biomedical engineering and I'm running to be your communications director. When I first joined SHPE about 1 year ago, I could never imagine how much this organization will impact me for the better. Being part of this familia has not only allowed me to develop myself academically and professionally, but it has also given me the opportunity to meet talented people who share my passion and drive and continuously motivates me to achieve my goals. In fact, SHPE has really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and because of this, I was able to secure a co-op during SHPE National Convention. Although I might not be physically present due to my upcoming co-op this fall, I will continue to support the familia remotely and be the best communication director I could possibly be. With the challenges the pandemic brought us, we heavily transitioned into a virtual environment, proving that everyone can be involved in any event while online. As communication director, my job is to inform our members about the upcoming events and opportunities. But now, I would like to focus more on our members' experiences by posting more pictures of our members in action in those events, continue with the member spotlights, and also encourage Instagram takeovers by our officers. I am the media director for this semester mini executive board, and I feel that this role has prepared me by keeping me accountable for my responsibilities, as well as also work together in a team. I am a good fit for this position because I am a very creative person, I'm organized, and I have a lot of experience to manage social media platforms. I want to be your communication director because it will be my way back of giving back to SHPE what SHPE has given to me. I would like to help others to grow in this organization as much as it has helped me along my own journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Great speech. All right, so my question is, as communications director, you have to be in constant contact and communication with all e-board members and chairs, as well as their committees about all of their upcoming events, so that you can properly promote them and create flyers. So how do you plan to balance the time required for this executive position and all other activities you may have going on, like your co-op, school, work, etc.?
Well, as you all may know, some of you all know, that for this year I was a membership chair for the Biomedical Engineering Society. I was part of the athletic chair committee for SHPE, and also was part of the mini e-board. I feel that these three roles have prepared me to manage my time wisely and also gain marketing skills that will allow me to make incredible flyers and also manage our social media. And I will say that between these three positions and also being a full-time student will be equivalent as taking a co-op. I have a set schedule for my co-op, but that doesn't gonna stop me for constantly check our social media platforms and also send our reminders and flyers. Will have plenty of time during my co-op and my breaks and everything. So my plan is to have a great communication with the e-board and chairs and everything, and yeah, make the flyers and the announcement during the day, my breaks, and at the end of the weekends. I don't know.
Thank you.
So you mentioned you were going to be away for a co-op, right? And my understanding, this is a new e-board position, so I'm not really sure how the dynamic works. But I think of historian, right? So then you are there taking pictures of the events and capturing the impact, and then later you help BPI, send those pictures over and translate what happened in that event, and pictures speak more than words, right? How do you plan to do that, usually in a way and not actually, in the attending the events? How do you? Because you're gonna have to summarize the event, right? So not being there, how is it gonna work?
Right. Well, my plan is to, as a communication director, of course, my responsibility is to make flyers and also take some pictures as well. But more the responsibility of the media chair is to take the pictures and for the entire events, workshops, and everything. So I will say that I will have a close communication with all the members and the e-board and the chairs, so I can make great flyers and reminders about the events, workshops, and all of that. And I also would like to work more closely with the media chair, because while I'm not being here during the fall semester, I would like to also make more promotion during our campus. So I would like to ask the media chairs, or just like all the chairs in general, to go to the proms lounge, to the engineering building, to the student center, library, and all of that, to promote our organization by giving flyers and by giving our newsletter. Yeah.
I do have a follow-up question about the co-op, because we did have a leadership panel where, I'm not sure if you didn't attend or you missed that part, but I clearly stated that to be an executive board member, you're not allowed to have a co-op, unfortunately. This year we experienced it. We experienced that one of our executive board members was having a co-op, and with a role that requires less responsibility and less activities than you, because you're doing flyers almost every single day. But we still have to decide as an e-board if you should be able to run as an executive board or not. But in the event that we decided yes, and in the event that, why should the members trust you that you're not just gonna be like, the e-board are here who resigned because it felt like it was a lot? So if you have an answer for that.
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, I would like to add that I am aware that it's gonna be like one of the kind of like the first cases where a member of an e-board is gonna take a co-op during having the position. However, I went over some rules from the SHPE in general, and it didn't say specifically that I cannot take any co-op or during this position. And also, I believe that COVID showed us, and these 2 last years hybrid events, general meetings, all of them were hybrid. So I will say that members and also the e-board chairs have the opportunity to be part of this organization while being online. So I wouldn't see any problem if I'm in my co-op, and of course my plan is to come regularly to attend the meetings and everything. But I also think that during our hybrid general meetings, there was always an e-board who was like online. So I don't see any problem that I can be that e-board online.
Yeah, it's very tough, the situation. I mean, we come to school to get these internship co-ops in order to graduate and then go on full-time. So it's really good, but then whenever situations come like this, when you find an organization that you like so much and you want to be a part of that, it's a tough decision. But I mean, yeah, through COVID, we've had to deal with things differently. You're gonna be in New York, right? So there's gonna be a time change as well. And communications director is not just like taking pictures and promoting SHPE. You're part of the e-board. You're there making these decisions alongside your team, important ones, guiding the whole organization. It's gonna be, I mean, with the time difference and everything, it's difficult for the team to not forget, but just feel that absence of yourself physically here, because it's not as easy as like walking over and then speaking to you. What are you planning to do in order to kind of make yourself like known, remind them, and work with the team if elected as communications director?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Well, I will say that as Jimena showed us this semester, there is not a barrier where somebody has to be present, because I am aware that Jimena had a lot of classes to take, so she didn't attend like a lot of events as much as she wanted to. I will say that time difference is not a big problem because it's just 1 hour, and I am not planning to take any of my classes online, so I will have plenty of time after my co-op. I'm just gonna go home, make flyers and everything during weekends, same. So another thing would be that I will have a great communication with the e-boards and chairs, so find a way if they need somehow help, how can you, I always ask them a question like, how can I help you? Even though I'm not present there with you, how can I help you? Also with my officer hours, they can be online, and yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right. I do have a question for you. So it's kind of like a situation questions. So as a communication director, you're gonna be leading a committee, right? And you're gonna, have your chair that you're gonna depends on to do, for you to do your job as well. So what happened in the situations if the chair promised you to deliver something, but then they could not deliver on that day, and they give various reasons? They have tests, they have exam, or even they have events that they promised you they would do, but then they ended up canceling it because they have things going on, and you also have things going on too, because that's falling onto you, right? So how would you, what would you do in that situation, first of all, and how would you do to the chair? Would you take any disciplinary actions so that you could be able to have a better working relationship?
Yeah, well, I will say that this organization is a familia, so I wouldn't punish someone because we are in a college. I understand a lot of people is busy, because the most important thing is get good grades and get a job at the end of the day, right? So I will say that there's no need for any punishment if they don't do like a specific task or something. I will ask for other chairs and Ibers to support me and support them, and always tell the chairs for ask for help. If you can do something, tell them in advance, like, hey, I'm gonna be busy with my classes, so please, can you support me? And yeah.
So, I agree that this position is definitely heavy on the online stuff, as you're, in charge of managing all of the social media. So if you were to take the co-op and be communications director at the same time, you can still work on all of the social media platforms. So what are some initiatives that you have when it comes to managing our social media, just to promote our events and increase member turnout and followers, just to help our chapter grow on social media?
Right. Well, first of all, one of the things that my main idea is to continue and start over our TikTok account. A lot of people watch TikToks, including me. So I feel that making short videos, promoting our events, showing our spotlights of members, and also spotlights of internships, co-ops will be a great way to gain more members to join to a familia. And also we'll say, do the same things for Instagram, but in the Instagram page, I will use more Instagram stories, so that way it's easier for the members to track our events, and also include countdowns for our events, so our members don't lose track of when are gonna be our events. Another thing is that at the beginning of each semester, I would like to pay Instagram to promote our posts on it, in a small range in our university, so we can gain more members and also keep our members already. One other thing that I will do is on Slack is our great platform to send reminders and flyers and everything. But one of the things that I would like to change is that we have a lot of channels, and sometimes, especially, well, me, I don't know about the members, I can get confused, and on Monday, say, I look, oh, there is gonna be a social, but then on Thursday I go and I cannot find the flyer anywhere or where it's gonna be. So my idea is to put together announcements and professional, and leave another channel for just social.